This is the CMO of Gaia-X, Vasilia Orfanou. This is our newest podcast series. Gaia-X is a newly aspiring, rising European association, and together with you, we can develop a new concept of data infrastructure ecosystem based on the values of openness, transparency, sovereignty, and interoperability. Join us today at Gaia-X and be part of this technological ecosystem. This is Vasilia Orfanou, Gaia-X CMO. Thank you very much for being today here with us, your time and availability for this podcast. We do have today here Monsieur Sébastien Picardat from the Agdatahub for a couple of questions around the project, the Lighthouse project that we've been hearing a lot about. But before going ahead with the project, Sébastien, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, the position of the project, the DNA of the project, and where we're currently standing?
Agdatahub is a European platform of consent and data exchange dedicated for farming industry. Our company was founded 4 years ago by the farmer organization, specifically technical institutes and Chamber of Agriculture, in order to develop data exchange between farmers and the organization in order to improve new tools for farmers and to improve information to final consumers.
What are the current challenges that you're trying to mitigate through this Lighthouse project? I understand that the challenges that we currently have is with the agricultural data, but could you explain this further to us?
Yes, farmers' data are not gathered in just one point. I mean, one farm needs to interconnect itself with more than 20 points of data in order to gather this data and to develop new intelligence around this data. So the goal, first of all, of Agdatahub is to interconnect all the data around the farms, and then to be sure that the farmers can keep the control of the use of the data when he wants to share them with their partners in order to develop new tools to improve the productivity on his farms or to improve information to final consumers.
Sebastien, what is the connection and the benefits surrounding Gaia-X and the project itself?
Gaia-X is a really important organization for us because this is the only place in Europe where we can speak about interoperability between platforms, specifically in farming industry. We know in France that we have Agdata platforms. Some of our colleagues in the Netherlands, in Belgium, or in Germany have also their own platforms, and we need to speak together and to guarantee interoperability between these platforms. Gaia-X is the best place to implement this interoperability when Gaia-X established standards of interoperability and the base of good technical infrastructures. Moreover, the linked or the value of Gaia-X are European, and we all know that farming industry is one of the best example of public European policy with the common agricultural policies. So we farming industry or in Gaia-X have the same values, EU values, and moreover the place to implement or develop new interoperability between platforms.
When we're talking about standards and we are aiming to understand the technical solutions offered by the project, which would that be?
Right now, farmers need to set up different Internet of Things, like for example, weather station, his tractors, or he needs to established or to register its practices, and he did that on his computers. When he wants to share this data with his partners, he needs to set his consent and to share this data with his cooperatives, with his advisors, with his machinery partners, in order to help them to set up new digital services for his productivity on his farms. That's why it is important that we as Agdatahub, in line with our partners in the other member states, we develop a network of platform to be sure that the data in France, in Germany, in the Netherlands, Belgium, or Italy can circulate and develop new services throughout Europe.
What is the current progress and the status of Agdatahub? Where do we stand with the project right now?
As a Lighthouse project, we are already operating a data exchange platforms named API Agro since 18 months. We have more than 2,000 people registered on our platforms, which makes circulation of important data, specifically in genetic or in machinery systems. And now we are putting on the market by 3 months a new digital identity for farms, and by 6 months consent management manager systems to be sure that the farmers can send the consent before sharing data.
If we were to understand the business impact of the project, obviously we are improving sustainability, we are saving natural resources, we are improving production conditions. But when it comes to the social impact for the greater good, what would that be?
First of all, I mean, farmers love technology, but they love useful technology. I mean that if the technology can improve his turnover or can help him to reduce expensive on its farms, it will be happy to implement this technology on his farms. As you said, environmental protection is really important for him. Speaking about sustainability, water protection, to improve production condition and animal welfares, to be sure that the agriculture production are always in line with the consumers and the public policies objectives. And to finish, we all know that first of all, a farmer needs to produce goods. I mean, wheat, cattle, wine, milk, all that stuff. And it is important to help farmers to establish or to improve the relationship between the farmers and the consumers with a better traceability.
Sebastien, if someone would like to be involved in your project, would like to work with you, to cooperate with you, to be part of the project, so that that the project accelerates both on the improvement, the sustainability, the better traceability. Can this happen if I am developer and I'm interested to join you, or if I'm a company and I'm interested to join your consortium of companies? Is that possible?
Yes, of course. We are in line with Gaia-X principle of openness. I mean that our platform is free for all the new partners who want to implement their data or to export their algorithm on the platforms, first of all. Second point, we all know that some of the EU partners are already in place in some other platforms, and we thanks to Gaia-X standards, we will implement interconnection between platforms to be sure that the data can circulate wherever it is in Europe in any platforms. So yes, all partners can be a part of our project. So feel free to contact us and to be part of this great adventure.
Thank you very much, Sébastien. It was a pleasure having you today as part of our Gaia-X podcast series. We hope to see you very soon. Once again, in this season and in the next series of episodes that we will have. We would like to wish all the best to the project, and that we will hear back from you again on the status and progress of this Lighthouse project. Ladies and gentlemen, today we had Sébastien Picardat from the Agdatahub, Chief Executive Officer from the project. Thank you again.